Greetings and welcome to Prosperous Universe. In the previous episode I set up a little bit of production stuff and we expanded our production chain just a tiny little bit. But in the meantime I've been busy keeping things ticking over, but I've also been away for several days. So 6 days ago I set some production runs going. As you see by the water, we brought the rig in and I've been pumping out water every 4 days. I've had the P's producing constantly. We now have 2200, and I've been producing BDEs on a very large scale, 6 at a time. 6 at a time is boop, 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 boop. There we go. 1 day 19 each to pump them out. So we've been pumping them out, and we have 7 here. I've also brought a batch of them on the flight here, under there. So they're in here for helping to produce a ship that we need to produce, which is going to be great because they're not shipped. They're in a ship. I put them there so I wouldn't sell them by accident, and they're going to be there so we can build the hab. Because if you look back at our base situation, we have 200 population, and we have a requirement of 210 due to some buildings we bought. So in the meantime, we've been running slightly under efficiency because of that lack of people. So we're going to build the Pioneer hab now, basically. We have 5 minutes to come here before we start losing production queue, but that's not an issue because it's only a few minutes. But let's go get that Pioneer hab up and running. That would be under Pioneers. Oh, it would actually be under infrastructure. Pioneer hab, there it is. So we don't have the material here. I need 40 MCG, which I think actually is the one part I don't actually have in stock. Anyway, let's go bring those back into stock so we can build from them. There we go. And we do need the MCG to do the actual build. But if we go down here now to our Pioneer hab, everything's in stock apart from the MCG. Okay, so I need 40 MCG. Let's go buy that now. Marketplace. It's under materials, the blue ones, MCG. And we need 40 units. Now there's been an update to the game. And one of the big updates is this. They used to say limit, and this used to say value, I think it was. They've changed them to quantity and price limit, which makes better sense. And they've also said on the quantity they've actually stamped the 3-letter code for the product. So MCG, and we want 40 of them. And then they've also placed the currency value there, so we can tell what the currency we're playing with in case we're doing multiples. And this is currently 40 at 35.99. Buy it. There we go. That is enough to get the hab up and running. So let's go and get the hab up and running. Hab. Build. There we go. We now have 300 capacity with 210 running space. And now we have to adjust our stats because of that. So we have an 8.4 drinking water. 8.4. So 8.4, 8.4. The OVEs are now at 1.1. And the PWOs are at 0.4, which hasn't changed. Good. Alright, so our consumption rate has increased, so now that will actually increase our times. So we're going to have to check these times out and make sure they're behaving themselves as well. Okay. We are running low on stock on pretty much everything, so we need to stock up as well. That's going to cost us a bit of cash, and we have to watch out for that. I would like 10 days, but we don't have 11,000 credits. We actually have 2,999. To help facilitate that problem, I need to just make a little bit of cash here, and we have 3 BDE over here we can actually sell quite quickly, quite easily. So if I said to sell 3 BDE, 2 BDE at 1651 and sell, there we go. And we would sell 1 BDE at 1650. There we go. We've wiped out the entire sales stock, unfortunately for them, but we now have 7,000 in stock, which will be enough to fund our next little few days. Now if we look back at our base, I need to do that. We've got 4 BDE in stock still. Now I would like to build 2 more things, and we have the people's capacity for it. I've been doing the calculations. We have 90 spaces left, and if you go over into resource, into pioneers, we could buy a farmstead and a food processor for 90 pioneers. That's great. Because those pioneers, if we could get those pioneers making food processor, we can convert our water into drinking water. I mean, we won't need to buy the drinking water. And the farm uses water, and it can produce food, so we won't need to buy rations. Produce rations? No, it produces grains, and our basic mineral plant here can take some of the food processor. That's the one. Farmstead and food processor. The food processor can take the food from the farm and convert it into rations. So the food processor can produce our food and our drinking water, and a farm can give us the raw material we need. So both of those could reduce our costs immediately. If you've got a food processor, we start making drinking water, and we don't have to worry about buying that anymore. And according to our cost analysis, drinking water is our most expensive product to buy, resource to buy. So if we could get our drinking water automated, that'd be great. We would need some BSC, BBH, and MCG. We don't have enough money right now, so we need to. That's going to be our next target. So if we go into our production chain here, I've broken it up. I broke it up into things we want to do, and I'm going to say here, a pioneer hub we don't need anymore, but the farmstead goes there. So this is my little planning thing here. So I want a food processor and a farmstead. Food processor first, farmstead second. So we need to start making these, going towards making these. We have, however, just produced our BDE. Now, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to produce the BSC, BBH, and BDE, 3 of each. We have the BDE. We have 10 BDE, so I can put the rest up for sale. If I were to say all but 3 BDA going up for sale, that would be a good way of doing it. Though we've got nothing, so if we take the BDE here, put 1 in there, 2 in there, 3 in there, so we can't accidentally sell them, and go to the sales market, we have 7 to sell. I have 1 at 2,000 right now. I'd like to put 2 more. You know what? Let's do 2 at 2,000. I'll remove that other one in a moment. Let's do 2 at 1985 and 2 at 1975. So we've got different price tier going there. I'm keep one behind just because it's laziness more than anything else. But as long as we're selling the BDE above 788, which we are doing, we're making a profit on it. So I'm happy with the BDE doing its job right now. Keep the one around. I'll put that up for sale as soon as we sell something else here. In fact, if we go to our market, we have all this stuff to clear down. This is stuff I've been buying and selling. So you see here, I bought some silicon and stuff. That is actually for the SEA, which is going to come up online soon. I don't need SEA, but I'm just going to get something else to put on the sale market. So a little bit of SEA to go into the sales there. Let's see, market. So that's the silicon. We had to build that as well for the same thing. We have to buy some overalls. We bought some rations. We bought a lot of stuff, and we also sold some stuff as well. We sold BDE this morning, a couple of units of it. So we've been going quite well. Keep all the filled ones out of the way. There are about 3 pages of these, so I should delete them really quickly. Right, so what's left on the list right now, we have 200 polyethylene on sale, and it is not going to sell for a while because under polyethylene we are here at 10 and there's all of these blowers. So that's fine, we'll just keep it there anyway, but it's not going to sell for a while. We have got this 1 BDE set at 2,000. I will get rid of that one now because we have the 2 we replace it with. That gives us 2 spares to put wherever we feel like it later on. Okay, so that's all of that done. Now, here's the thing. We now have in cash reserves 7,000 credits, and we need 2 things. We need to be making BBE, the help back of our production. To get this food processor, we need to start making BSE, BBH, and BDE. BDE we already have. So BSE and BBH, that's these 2, which are iron and limestone. We need 3 of each. So that means we're going to need, if it's 3, that times 3, that's not a 3, that times 3, and that should have been the top one. There we go. Bring it down to there. That's our material we need, and it is iron, limestone, iron, limestone. Oh, they're the same. Nice. Okay, well, that makes life somewhat simpler. 9 of each. That's going to be expensive, because limestone is okay, but iron is expensive. How much is iron right now? Metals. Iron. Can we even buy 9 iron? We can buy 9 iron. Whoa, that price is really down. Okay, iron. Fe. 650 what it was originally. It's now at 575. Which massively reduced the cost of this a lot. I still need 9 of them though, that's the downside here. Place order for 9 iron. We already have one. For 8 iron at 575. It's take up a lot of our money. I can't afford all of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy. Let's do the ones that's more expensive. Let's get the BSE up running first. Takes more limestone and less of that. So if I order 3 iron right now, there we go, and we go and we get the limestone in, which is the mineral limestone, and it's at 150. We can actually probably buy all of that now, just get it in stock. What was your 138.48? Yeah, we can get all the limestone in right now, so we don't have to worry about limestone for the future. Let's get rid of those off the list there, please. Thank you. Alright, so that's the limestone. So we do need to get the iron for the BBH. It's going to be expensive, but we also need to fund the supplies right now. And we can't, until we get that up and running, we can't supply at least the drinking water. We still need to buy the rations and the overalls. So we're kind of stuck at the moment. That being said, what's that base that we're at? Okay. Right, so if we were to then go to our production, just out of curiosity, what are you running at right now? You're running at 97% efficiency. I don't know why it's only 97% efficiency, but sure. In here, we can go and set up our, what was it we're making first? BSE, and we need 3 of them. BSE, and we need 3 of these. Go, start producing. 17 hours, we'll have the BSE up and running. Then we need the BBH. We do need the iron. We have 5 units missing, but we can bring that. We can't even do that, so we can't even make 1 right now. Well, that's fine for now. We'll just try and get rid of these BDEs and get some money in that way. We have 3 days till the water comes in, 10 hours till the PE comes in. Can't really sell the PE. The PE costs us $4.35 per unit. Saying that, we're actually we're going to do a calculate all the costs, don't we? For all of these. Just out of curiosity then, 557 is the PE's actual cost. 557, that's it. What? Okay. If we said 5 times 60 with a 57, that is now only 420, so that's actually reduced it quite a bit. But yeah, I need to go down all these prices again and readjust them to work with the lack of without the negative on that was on before. We're still in 97% efficiency though. Pioneers are 87%. I don't know why they're only 87%. Because of I'm not giving them the luxury caffeine because it doesn't seem to have a good effect on it. And 10% on the there. Okay, our manufacturing experts are gone because we actually have our experts in yes, in this one, which is this one. Our experts over here in the construction. We haven't done experts yet. We should have had experts by now, right? Do you have any experts? We have no new experts yet. We just have the 2 in construction, which is fine. I would have thought we'd had one by now because we've been running for a week and a bit. But anyway, that is that. So we're going to make that in 17 hours. I'm going to try and get this up and running. Let's place the order in anyway. I need 3 of these BBHs. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. separately, so we can basically I can then come in here and place the material in as we get it. Because the only thing we're short on is the iron, but we do also need to make sure we have supplies for the people. Now we only need to do this for 2 days, roughly, and then we can get the food processor running making water. So I need 2 days worth of water minimum. So if I bring this design date down to 2, our drinking water supply right now, DW, is gone. Everything's gone. Okay, we're actually at 0 across the board. Okay. There we go. 0 across the board. Alright, drinking water. We need to buy in 17 units of drinking water. Market, please. Basic consumables. Drinking water. 17 units. At a price of 45. There we go. Next up is rations, 17. Rations. Rations. 17 at 65. Interesting. Rations out to 65, that makes them more expensive. Ooh. Where are rations? You're at 65 now. And DW was at 45. That actually makes rations are a more expensive thing. Overalls, we need 3. 3 overalls. At the price of 76.99. There we go. Let me clear those off the list. And we also actually do want to keep in PWO as well. So we need 1 PWO, which is a luxury consumable. PWO. I don't know why if I got padded worker overall, why do I need to buy normal overalls? Surely they should replace. I don't know. But we only need 1 of those at a price of 199. There is 1, wasn't it? Yes. So if we can think over here, we say we have 17 in stock, 17 in stock, 3 in stock, and 1 in stock. There we go. That should keep us going. And then see here, I've got this little calculation at the end here that says if our current date is 15th of the 6th, which it is, then these things will run out on these days. So we can see we've run out of coffee first, but we're not stocking it up anyway. Then we run out of the drinking water, and then we run out of these 2, which this will be slightly earlier, but definitely the shade of the green. Alright, the date right now is 15th of the 6th. That's not a / 15th of the 6th, 19. Our current cash assets at the end of this video: 1,979. 1,579. Correction, 1,979. And our NCC is 1,495. That won't change for a long while. But there we go. So our money is moving. That's been up to like 10,000 and back down again because I've been buying stuff and selling stuff. So there we go. Okay, let's get you off the screen right now. What's my notification? That'll be the purchase of that, I'm guessing. Yeah. Okay, so we're up and running. Everything is good here. The Pioneer Hub can come off this board now. Just my list of things I want to build next and that kind of stuff. If I put stuff here when I want to buy the materials to build it, I can see what I need to buy. But we're not going to buy anything for this because we just can't afford it. I mean, even with 1,900, I can buy 1 BBH, maybe. Okay. We don't have anything to produce over here in the basic mineral plants right now. We could make some NCG, but that would be kind of pushing it. Let's see. We can make overalls quite easily. We got loads of PE around. We have loads of PE around. We just need to grow some RCO. So actually we could make our own overalls with our farm, once our farm's up and running. Cool. Hydrogen make P, STL makes... Steel's expensive though. PG no. Nope. Okay, so... we are going to start this production run off making... let's make... I can make some MCG, but it's cheap anyway right now. let's PG. I have 30 PG. No, PG is going to be used. Making that. Don't use the PG up. I need that. It's expensive as well. Alright, I think we could actually get down to the point here where we just say, okay, let's produce a little bit of steel, maybe? Can we buy some steel? I would like to actually get some in. Market, please. Steel is a alloy. Steel, it's not an alloy? It's a metal. I thought it would have classed as an alloy because you take iron and you mix it with something else and then you make steel. I know where it is, I can't remember top of my head where it is. Steel. Okay, we can't even buy steel, so no. Okay, so that's off the table. Go smelter. We can make some more PE, but I feel that's just asking for more of the same right now. We have 2,200 of that in stock, so let's not do that. You know what, let's buy some RCO. How much would it cost to buy some RCO? RCO, 606 right now. And for one RCO, at 606 we would get 20. But how much would it cost us to get a PG? PG, you're not in here, are you? Where are you from? PG? You're plastic. Oh. Plastic, you say? PG, polygranulate. And how much do you cost, polygranulate? It costs 22. Now, we would need 25 of you and 1 of you. So, the simple way of doing this is 25 of those at 22 is still cheaper than that. Buy them. Okay, so we now have the material in to make them with the PG. Because I was an idiot and bought them anyway. And add it to the queue for 1 round. There we go. Add it to the queue for 1 round. Because production, it should be in the queue now. There it is, overalls. We'll actually make 20 overalls in 14 hours of runtime. So overalls, which we use at 1.1 per day. We're not buying overalls for a while. We might even be able to sell them. I'll refund all the costs off camera because it's just a bit tedious doing that. By the way, anything with a cross down here you might not have seen before, those are things we can produce of our own if we want to produce them. And anything with green are things we're producing and we should never buy ever. I mean, these we can buy in emergencies, but we should never need to buy water or PE because we can make it so easily. Alright, so I think we're done here. We've got this. We need to start making the rations and drinking water as soon as possible. The thing is that rations would require us to build 2 buildings, but drinking water only requires us to build 1 building. So it makes sense just to get the drinking water up and running first. Okay, and I feel that's going to be good for us to get there. We only have 2 days worth of supply. So in 2 days I will buy more supplies and hopefully be able to get this up and running as well fully, based on its ability to sell. We only have 1,429 now. 1,429, boom. That's correct. And we're good. Now the plan still is to take this water, lob it on board a ship, and once the ship is full, send it off to Mariah. But that is only if we can put more stuff in there, and we might end up sending drinking water as well, so we'll figure that out when we get there. Right now we're in a situation where we don't have enough to send a full ship, and I think next episode we should actually start calculating the flight costs, because we haven't even started on those yet, and flight costs can be expensive. And if we're going to send water out there, we need to know how much flight cost is going to be. We also need to start looking at planning up our expansions a bit better than just on the fly in them. But let me know what you think about that. Should we be planning the expansions, or should we just do them because we want to? Right now I don't think it really matters because we just haven't got the cash to buy the stuff. But we're on our way to doing stuff right now. Okay, so this needs updating, but that's not going to be too hard. And we're going to get the food processor and the up and running, but I need to put a whole new bank in here for food processor stuff. But that is going to be easy, nice and easy. But until next time, comments in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.